In the second half of the season, that happens anyway, but certainly the way that things are with the standings and, opportunities to...
The arena hums with tension, and every defender that shadows her feels the storm coming. Carrington tries to body her, lock her, disrupt her, but Caitlin Clark's vision cuts sharper than any defense thrown her way. She sees it all before it happens. Eyes up, calculating the angles like chess on hardwood. A bounce, precise, purposeful, lands in the hands of Boston, who's already locked into one-on-one combat with Jones. No hesitation, she flips it in. Controlled chaos, executed with grace. That's Indiana's beat now. Nelson Adota dives, scrapping for possession, and as bodies collide in the blur, guess who comes up with the steal? Clark, again, silent, dangerous. Eyes narrowing, the thought crosses her mind. Pull from deep? Nah, not this time. She dips inside, slices, through, and lays it in like a whisper. And with that, history cracks open. Those weren't just any points. That was the beginning. The first ripple in what would become a tidal wave. The first WNBA points in Caitlin Clark's career. And they came not from hype, but from hustle. She doesn't need fanfare. She is the fanfare. She's patient, but not passive. The moment hesitation appears in a defender's stance, she's already gone. Clark waits, then pounces. Past defenders who doubt. Past schemes designed to contain her. Every crossover, every hip shift is a message. You're too late. And then it happens again. Ball in hand, she moves like a shadow across the court. Laney tries to match her step, body to body, grit to grit. But Caitlin finds the edge, gets her hips past. Her shoulders lean into space. She doesn't ask for space. She creates it. A bounce pass, a thread through traffic. Boston finishes. The chemistry already electric. The defense starts to crack. Fish tries to trap her, but she's slippery, calm, and then step back, pure, from deep. Nothing but net. But it's not just that she hit it, it's how. A right-footed step back, against the grain, against momentum. Most guards live on one side. She's dangerous on both. Left, right, it doesn't matter. It's her zone now. She sees gaps that don't exist for others. Smith gets the look because Caitlin made it. She doesn't dominate just by scoring. She elevates. She orchestrates. Within 3 possessions, the story's clear. This isn't just a rookie running drills. This is a floor general rewriting the tempo of the entire league, and yet it's only the beginning. Caitlin Clark pulls from 3 again. This time the switch is slower, the closeout weaker, just how she wants it. She reads it instantly, rises, releases. Splash. New York tries to build a wall. 10 unanswered points for the Liberty. No panic. Clark gets the ball. Resets. Cold eyes. Another deep 3. And you can feel it. That hush across the crowd. The kind that comes before the eruption. Everyone knows she's heating up. Defenders press higher. Carrington tries to climb through the screen. But Aaliyah Boston, a shield of patience and strength, seals it perfectly. And Clark? She capitalizes. No hesitation, another 3. She's not looking for rhythm. She is the rhythm. Every movement, every pivot, every decision, it's all deliberate. And when the window cracks open, even for a millisecond, she fires. Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds CLK from the logo. Look at Wheeler staring to the right side, knows who's there. Drop path behind could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro big one. Absolutely blown the roof up. But playing a UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark, rookie-on-rookie crime right there in Mew's face. Caitlin got JY misses after a tremendous move. We are tied right now. Clark to Samuelson. And there is, believe it or not, folks, the biggest lead of the game. Here's Clark with it. F. Benley inside against the taller Mercedes Russell and still gets it to go. Here's one of 5, Fact Bay running the floor there. And the find there from Clark is it underrated. Everybody talks about the logo. 3s, Yeah, they do great concept, good execution. Jackson calling for it and gets it. Here's Hamby on the post against Sampson, stripped away, picked up by Clark. The feet underneath, F. Blie. Working against Jay. What a move there. NCAA ranks, we. Got some score power on the court watch, that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets away with a little shove inside, creates that space. Jason, too much long rebound to the fever. OB, like don't wait, transition defense such. Good athletic specimens. And I think it's so much fun to see like how M. Gerson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA. It's amazing how that's putting up some buckets. It sure was top 4 scores at the college level here, and this one is Caitlin Clark. And now back-to-back buckets here is Clark. She will launch and bury a 3, do have a smaller back corp, but they're quick when she gets her feet set. I mean, that's why I carry my tape measure around Pat. Sometimes Handy had a clear out, turns, ducks in F. Benley, stays with her block from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push cross-court pass. Pull back to Clark. She will launch and bury a 3 to open. Up the second quarter, and Clark doing it with some defense, comes up with the block, and then Lexi Hull finds her Fever back within 4. This is the closest the Fever have been since early second quarter. Indiana's battle back within 3 dangerous. Pass, it's Clark who's off to the races, and Caitlin Clark pulls the Fever back within applause, one Brink lobbing it inside. Hammy denied, it's 22 Caitlin Clark. See, this is the small lineup I'm talking about with KDL Samuelson at the 4 bark. Bound pass, it's Smith again by Caitlin Clark to recognize 2 bigs, and Nalissa Smith sees that she has a wide open lane to the bucket. Just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on the M. Clark over Horston hits a 3 no bounds. Well, Hans got to come with hands up. You can't let Clark see the defensive board or a turnover and push. Pace the other way, first in the league. In fast break points, Clark connects on a deep 3 to the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish down the floor. Wallace. The finish plus the foul on a beautiful delivery from Clark. And there's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration. Well, it allows them. Oh, what a dime, my goodness. The pass from Clark to Katie. El Sampson had an open look from 3, didn't take it, only 3 to shoot, going have to make something happen. Clark, through the rain, reverses it in and beats the shot clock. Like Caitlin had an opportunity to take the shot instead. Drives in, and good job here after the travel to turn her back. And so make maybe big 3s, and D, we can come up with something. We'll workshop this, we're workshopping it. Kelsey Mitchell lays it up, and in there, it's been the second and third quarter. That's been the issue for the Liberty. So let's see if they can have a better one here today, as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night. It's on Wednesday. One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that ball. Gets her on the bounce, Dolan too strong. Quickly up the floor is Mitchell. Beautiful find from Clark as Mitchell lays it up, and in here's... The arena tilts with anticipation as Caitlin Clark steps across the timeline. Her body a silhouette against the bright overheads. Deja Richards picks her up, crouched low, hungry to disrupt. But Clark, she doesn't blink. A smooth step back, just below the logo, and the net sings. Rookie, technically, but she moves like she's been here before. Time even counted her in. She's not chasing stardom. She's dragging it toward her, one shot at a time. McDonald, Chrissy Winterscott. The crew around the court speak her name like it's becoming legend. Another screen, another fade. Her body's drifting, but her shot is grounded. Bullseye. She moves through defenders like wind through wheat. Slippery, soft, but never aimless. A missed shot by Connecticut. The board snapped by Indiana. Clark doesn't hesitate. She steps into a 3. The crowd leans in. Splash. Just under 29% from beyond the arc. That number isn't about her. She rewrites stats with every flick. She launches again. This time deep. No moment too big. No distance too far. Her form is a compass, and the rim is magnetic. Back and forth it goes. A war of arcs. And Caitlin? She's a general who leads by shooting first. Carrington works. The screen. But Boston's body becomes a wall. Clark sees the trap, anticipates the fight, and sets herself. Screen, rise, release, splash. Time becomes water around her. She's in full control. The chemistry brews. The spacing grows. And just like that, Indiana feels alive again. The drive is quick. The read, quicker. Clark slices through the lane like she owns every foot of hardwood beneath her. No panic, just recognition. She sees a wide open lane and finishes with soft touch, like a piano note falling into place. They'll have to win this game twice, Indiana knows that. But they have Clark. A bounce, a spin. Boston finishes, and the air changes. The offense has woken up. Christie Side said it plainly. We've got to find a body on Reese. But Clark? She's not finding bodies. She's splitting shadows. Another screen up top. A flash. A corner of vision opens. Boom. Another three. She's been scoreless since 5:51 in the first quarter. Doesn't matter. She doesn't chase the game. She waits for it to turn to her. She feeds Boston on the post. Simple, elegant, reverse style, vintage post play. Her touch returns. Her feel returns. And Indiana leans into it. Clark gets blocked. On one end, but instead of frustration, she resets her balance. Shoulders square. Feet set, launch. This time from the blind side. Steal, gone, bucket. The floor shakes. No whistle. Doesn't matter. Clark's off to the races again. Ahead for Wallace. Perfection. A step back two. Cash. The scoreboard doesn't tell the full story. Her presence does. And here comes the logo 3. Nothing but breath between her and greatness. Screen by Smith. A whisper of space. She pulls. Bang. She calls for the ball. It's not ego. It's instinct. Another possession. Another unraveling of defense. She shakes free of the defense, works through contact, gets the shot she wants. She doesn't ask for opportunity. She creates inevitability. Caitlin Clark is the kind of player who doesn't need a perfect look. She makes imperfect ones look easy. Step back. Deep three. Contest? Too late. You could have held for one. But Clark? She doesn't play by convention. Flick. Ahead. Smith lays it in. The fast break is poetry, and she's the poet. Austin's putting up numbers elsewhere, but here, Clark's writing her own script. Catch, fire, hit. Just another page in the book. The season's only halfway, but the transformation is well underway. 11 wins already, more than all of last year. And Clark is a key, not a piece, a key. She hits another deep one, this time from way downtown. Doesn't even hesitate. Every shot stretches the court, opens new possibilities. The floor expands when she's out there. Another baseball pass, a laser, from behind the free throw line. A full court connection, not just for the assist, for the message. Few players can throw a pass like that. Fewer still with accuracy. Only one can do it while still dictating. Tempo. A turnover by Seattle. Shouldn't have happened. But it did. Clark grabs the ball. Deep three. Good. The mistake is punished instantly. That's how sharp her mind is. She sees weakness and turns it into momentum. The building is hostile. It doesn't matter. Clark is one of the few players who can turn enemy cheers into silence and then convert silence into awe. Greener gets stopped. Clark pulls. Boston runs the floor.